All right, we can go off the record. How many children do you have?
One.
All right. So here's the thing. The last time you use, maybe the last time you use, do not put your child or your family members in a situation where they have to identify the body of somebody who's in a field and they say, well, we think it's your mom.
Today's case takes us deep inside a Texas courtroom, where defendant Jessica Murillo faces the fight of her life. She was placed on probation back in 2019 for bribery, a serious felony, and given 5 years to prove she could stay on the right path. But instead of reporting to probation, Jessica disappeared. For not just a month or a few months, but nearly 2 years. And now, she's back before the judge for the third time, with everything on the line. The prosecution wants her probation revoked, the defense is fighting for a second chance, and Jessica herself is left pleading that homelessness, lack of transportation, and drug struggles kept her from reporting. The stakes? 5 years in prison, a $1,500 fine, and the possibility of rehabilitation. This is more than a hearing, it's a final reckoning. So the question is, will Jessica convince the judge she deserves another chance, or has the court already lost patience? Stick around, because the ending of this one is both heartbreaking and powerful.
Are you the same Jessica Murillo who was placed on community supervision in 2019 CR 4331W for the offense of bribery on May 1st, 2019 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 5 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Jessica Murillo, that didn't there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January through December of 2022 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Sure.
State?
Your Honor, we'll go ahead and raise the other things.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 5 years in prison and up to a $1,500 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
Revocation, Your Honor.
Defense, what are you requesting?
We're requesting that you continue her with an extension, Your Honor, and I'd like to call her as a witness at the appropriate time.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Jessica Murillo.
All right, defense?
Jessica, I'm going to ask you some questions. Make sure you answer everything truthfully and directly to the point.
Yes.
You did not report to probation in excess of 2 years, correct? What was going on?
I didn't have transportation.
Okay.
Time.
When did you discover you didn't have transportation? Early on?
Yes, at the beginning of the
Okay.
year.
Where were you
All right,
living?
folks, so let me stop you right there. Here's the thing. Court reporter has to take down everything that's being said. You're
Okay.
mumbling. I know she can't hear, or she's straining to hear. I can't hear you because my allergies are acting up today.
Okay, so,
So you need to keep your voice up so everybody can hear.
yes, Judge.
Yes, talk quite loud to almost to where you think you're shouting.
Yes,
Were you
Judge.
living here in San Antonio?
No,
Where were you living?
in Floresville.
Okay. And does the Via bus go out to Floresville?
No, it doesn't.
And were you reporting in San Antonio, or were you supposed to report in San Antonio?
Yes, sir.
Did you have contact with your probation officer?
No, I didn't.
Were you aware that you could have asked for your probation to be transferred to Floresville?
I wasn't.
You said you never had contact with your probation officer?
I did, I reported 2 times, I believe. It was 2 times, and then I stopped.
And did you know how to reach your probation officer by telephone or email?
I did.
And did you contact him by telephone or email?
I did not.
Did you have anything going on in your life aside from lack of transportation?
Right here, we see the sharp divide between prosecution and defense. The state isn't interested in excuses, they want Jessica's probation revoked outright. To them, this isn't her first violation, and leniency hasn't worked before. On the other hand, her defense is asking for an extension, hoping the court will allow her to continue probation rather than serve prison time. This is a classic clash we see often in revocation hearings: accountability versus rehabilitation. The prosecutor views Jessica's failures as proof she won't change. The defense sees a woman struggling with homelessness and addiction who needs help, not prison. What do you think? Should courts lean towards second chances, or is it fair to say enough is enough?
I mean, I was not living at home,
Where were you living?
just on the streets.
You were homeless at the time?
Yes.
Okay. Living on the streets of Floresville?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
With all due respect, Jessica, were you on drugs at the time?
At the time I was.
Okay. You're sober now?
I'm sober. I've been sober for a year and a half.
Very good. You would like the judge to continue you on probation, even if it means you start in the 5 years all over again. Is that right?
That's correct.
You understand, frankly, there's no excuse for not reporting, right?
No excuses. If I get this second chance, no excuses. I will even be outpatient.
Do you live in San Antonio now?
I live in Floresville.
You're
But
still
I
in
have
Florida?
transportation now.
You do?
Yes, I do.
And now you're also aware you could request a transfer to Wilton County, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. How long have you been in jail up to now?
Going on a month and on the 26th, so yeah,
Okay. Do you think you've learned your lesson?
yes, I have.
Okay.
I can't do this.
You understand that in the event the judge continues you on probation, you're probably on your last chance. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that there might be conditions that you have to abide by that frankly aren't a whole lot of fun and might be a pain.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with whatever.
I'll pass the witness.
This is your third motion to revoke, is that correct?
Excuse me?
This is your third motion to revoke your probation. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, no further question, John.
All right, so you've been here previously before for not reporting. So if you didn't understand the first time to call probation if you're having issues, most definitely when you were here before for failure to report, you would have understood that. You have not been on probation in this court. And let me explain why. The reason why I say that is because you have done nothing. What have you done on probation? What condition have you completed on probation?
This is where the human side of the case really comes into focus. Jessica admits she wasn't just struggling with transportation, she was homeless, living on the streets of Floresville, and using drugs. These details complicate the story. On one hand, her struggles explain why reporting to probation might not have been her top priority. On the other, the court sees these as exactly the reasons why supervision was necessary in the first place. Notice too, she claims sobriety for the last year and a half, a positive sign. But the question remains, is that enough to undo years of non-compliance? This moment forces us to ask, should addiction and homelessness reduce accountability, or should they heighten the need for strict consequences?
All right. And then the last time you were here before me, and it was me because this is my writing, I recognize it.
Yes.
It was a violation of condition number 5, which is not reporting. I denied the motion. And the prosecutor, it wasn't this prosecutor, but another prosecutor asked for zero tolerance. And I told people, I really don't do zero tolerance. You just need to do what you're being asked to do. But they said, no, judge, please, zero tolerance. And I wrote down zero tolerance. You were to do a UA by 11:30 a.m. on January 12th, 2021. There was to be weekly Zoom reporting until further notice, and they were going to patch you. And then you just disappeared. And we haven't seen you since. So there's no reason for me not to grant the motion. You don't want to do probation. You want to do your own thing. So I'm going to grant the motion to revoke. I'm going to sentence you to the 5 years in prison. I'm going to give you credit for any time served.
The judge makes a critical point here. Jessica hasn't just failed once, she's failed repeatedly. The court even gave her a second chance after a prior violation, with conditions like weekly Zoom reporting and drug testing. Instead of compliance, Jessica simply disappeared. That's why this ruling feels inevitable. Judges don't revoke probation lightly, especially after already extending leniency. By ignoring every opportunity, Jessica essentially told the system she wasn't willing or ready to follow through. This is the turning point where the judge's patience officially runs out, and the 5-year prison sentence becomes the reality.
There's a $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent, and I'll order the therapeutic community. The therapeutic community doesn't increase the time that you're in custody, but hopefully it will help you with whatever drug issues you may have. I can't force them to place you in the therapeutic community, but you can ask them and they'll see that I've requested it. And so that will probably be your best bet to help you, because you obviously have a major drug problem, but I can't help people who don't want to be helped. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
All right, you have a limited right, thank you. You have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you're on probation. You understand?
Sure.
All right, we can go off the record. How many children do you have?
One.
All right. So here's the thing. The last time you use, maybe the last time you use, do not put your child or your family members in a situation where they have to identify the body of somebody who's in the field and they say, well, we think it's your mom. And then you know what will end up happening? They will have to identify your body and say, yes, that's our mom. Don't do that. When you get out of prison, if you can't find a place to help you with your drug problem or to stay on track, if I'm here, you can always come back to here and I will direct you to a place that is free. I will pick up the phone, personally call them so you can get there. You understand?
Yes. Sure.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
And that's where this case closes. Jessica Marillo's probation revoked, her 5-year prison sentence handed down, and a final chance at rehabilitation through a therapeutic community program, if she chooses to take it. The judge's words at the end were striking. This wasn't just about punishment, it was about life and death, warning Jessica not to let drugs destroy her or leave her family identifying her body someday. It's a tough but emotional conclusion that blends accountability with compassion. So what do you think? Did the judge make the right call, or should Jessica have been given yet another chance? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown as gripping as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom moments.